I'm going to show you how to use the controls for the virtual experiments. This is investigating the magnetic field produced by a coil experiment. This is how it is when you first run it. Notice I'm using a mouse with a scroll wheel here. This is quite important. The scroll wheel allows you to turn controls and it's really quite intuitive and works very nicely. First, notice you've got a cursor on the screen, and moving the mouse will move this cursor. This allows you to select various items in the scene. Here you can control the voltage on the power supply. Notice the blue arrows that indicate that this can be turned. Here you can control the maximum current. This is the on-off switch. Doesn't turn, just presses in. Here you can control the number of turns tapped off the coil. So to change your view, you press on the right mouse button and then drag. This enables you to look at anything you want to. You can move using the cursor keys on the keyboard, forward, backwards, left and right. Many of the experiments, though not all, have a zoom function, and you can zoom in close to things to get a better reading. To switch the power supply on, you put the mouse over the on-off switch. And you can see here, this part here, that it's indicating that the circuit's not complete, and when we click on that you get an indication that it's completed. You can then change the maximum current by using the scroll wheel with the mouse over the maximum current knob, and you can change the voltage quite simply in the same way using the scroll wheel. Now change your view and you can look at the coil. You can change the number of windings tapped off here quite simply by using the scroll wheel again. Now to get a good reading, you might want to come to the other side of this, line yourself up. You can lower yourself using page down if you really want to get on the same level. Not strictly necessary. Line yourself up with the needle and zoom in. You can get yourself a nice reading. You can go back, change the voltage and so on. So this should become quite intuitive quite quickly. This holding the right mouse button down and dragging, it's quite commonly used in games to change your view. Cursor keys, also quite commonly used to move around. And the use of the scroll wheel to change the rotation of something really works very nicely. Okay?